The video is Leila Nishmas Shmo Baruch Chaim Tzvi. I want to share with you another special idea about Eretz Yisrael. Really, we could speak about Eretz Yisrael, and it's an inyan and a mitzvah. It says in the pasuk, "Ur'eh betuv Yerushalayim kol yomei chayecha," but it's not just Yerushalayim. To be positive about Eretz Yisrael, to say things about Eretz Yisrael, there's really a pasuk that we learn in Pasha Shlach. Toiva ha'aretz me'oid me'oid. It's a very good training. You know, you come to Eretz Yisrael, just to give you an example. Right away when we came, we're at the airport, you know, people are a little bit lachatz, people are a little bit having a difficult time, people are waiting. Eretz Yisrael system is a little bit different than the American system and other systems. Anyway, so there's two Israelis arguing, and the energy got much stronger and stronger. And what was amazing probably to Americans watching is that the person just didn't give in. And you could have looked at this person and said, wow, so aggressive. But someone said so beautifully, look how assertive this Israeli is. And I think there was something actually beautiful about that, because being assertive has great value. And in truth, in Israel, to some degree, you have to be assertive. We came to a hotel where we were staying, and so the driver pressed the button, and it took a while for the person in the hotel to respond. It was like where you're supposed to park. Now, he pressed a few times, and he said, "Is anyone home?" And the statements were much more out of character than probably one of us would use. And finally, when the lady in charge answered shalom, he said ubracha, but then implying what an idiot. And what I learned from that is that a person, sometimes there is value to being assertive, because I probably would have waited another hour until Mashiach came on a donkey, on a chamor, and took us into the hotel. So there's what I'm taking from that, not so much as the practical application, but how to look and always see the positive, especially when you come to Eretz Yisrael, to start with negativity and no, Eretz Yisrael is this and this is bad and the people and no. Toiva ha'aretz me'oid me'oid. It's a great training for us. It's a great training for our kids. So here is something Toiva ha'aretz me'oid, something so special. It's in the end of Meiser Sheni. It's kedai to see, and it answers a lot of kashas. So we were mentioning Eilat. Speaking about Eilat, so we said that Eilat, if you look in the Mishnah Meiser Sheni, it says it's a one-day travel. Now, if that's true, it doesn't seem to be the Eilat that we know today. On the other hand, you open up the Gemara, it tells you an amazing insight. It relates stories, and one specific story where there was a person, a Jew, he was running after his cow. He's running after his cow, and suddenly he finds himself in Bavel. Now, finds himself in Bavel, that's very peculiar. What are you doing in Bavel? And so quick. And the people were baffled, and they said, how did you get here? Obviously, he got here in a speeding. Seemed to be a one-day travel. So he said, well, let me show you how I got here. And he tried to retract his footsteps. He couldn't find how he came. So the Gemara goes on to explain that there was a time during the Beis HaMikdash where there was what's called mechilas. There were tunnels, super tunnels. That's what the Gemara seems to be telling. So way before the terrorists were making these tunnels into Israel borders, there were these amazing tunnels. And the Gemara explains that yes, we lost those tunnels when the Beis HaMikdash was destroyed. Why? Because Toiva ha'aretz me'oid me'oid. As we pointed out, the fruits are affected by us and how we behave and how we look at things, and even the entire earth. Imagine super tunnels. Now, I don't know if this answers the Eilat question. Is it possible that that's what it means? Probably not, but I'm not sure. But what we could take from there is Toiva ha'aretz me'oid, how to look positive at Eretz Yisrael, and not just look positive at Eretz Yisrael, but dive into the Rebbeinu Shalom. We should go back to that stage where things were so beautiful, where things were so miraculous, and it won't change once Mashiach comes. Interesting to note that the Gemara in Maseches Ksuvah says, and this is another interesting connection to our fruits and vegetables and why maybe they're tasting even more delicious than I recall them, is because the Gemara in Ksuvah says that one of the signs that Mashiach is right around the corner is the fruits and the vegetables, the produce. It says that the land is going to start producing. That dry land, man, you remember seeing the videos and the pictures of the land of Israel in 1948, or right before or after, when they were trying to cultivate the desert and turning the desert miraculously into producing fruits and vegetables. That's the promise that's mentioned in Yechezkel HaNavi. Hava should be zeicha very soon.